Hey guys, Running Reaper here. So I just got done watching the movie version of Dear Evan Hansen. I've been quite interested in this for a while, but I know it's been had a ton of negative buzz surrounding it, like terrible reviews and a lot of criticism over the fact that Ben Platt, who's pushing 30, is playing a teenager, and just the memes. So didn't quite know what to expect going in, especially because I've never seen the original stage show. So this was a new experience for me. To be honest, while I do have some issues with it, I actually thought this was a lot better than people are giving it credit for. I thought this did a very good job of tackling worthy themes of mental illness and that need to feel popular and accepted in the middle of the whole digital social media age, and that you know you're not alone. You know there's people out there that, and for being a musical, it handles these themes in surprisingly mature and quite heavy ways. Like there's points in this film that actually hit pretty hard, which I was not expecting at all. Uh, Obviously, my first issue I'm going to point out here is that it is obviously a bit wrong morally. The whole faking of being friends with a dead kid to kind of, and using that to kind of get where you want to be. But, and I'm definitely not going to excuse it, but I really liked the way that, the film started off as just a simple misunderstanding, and that just spirals out of control, and just keeps building because Evan constantly gets cut off and cuts himself off when he tries to tell the truth due to his social anxiety, and finds it easier to lie. And I also really liked how they used this and developed the perspective of all the characters. Obviously we have Evan, who's very socially awkward, has social anxiety, and panics a lot, and as I said earlier, finds it easier to lie because he's too worried, but he's too afraid to tell the truth. I really like the way they developed the Murphy family as well, you know, and how they all kind of handled the loss of Connor, their son. And I really liked how, particularly Zoe, the way it explored her quite complicated relationship with her brother. And I also liked particularly how all of this affected Evan's relationship with his old mother, as he tries to get that family, that perfect family that he never had. And and it's all sold very well. I know Ben Platt gets a lot of hate because he's pushing 30 and he's playing was he 17-year old? But to be honest, I thought he was really good in this. In the songs, you can definitely tell he was a Broadway actor, and that he originated this role on stage because yeah, he can really carry a tune. He is really good in the songs. But you can also tell he originated this role because he really sells that vulnerability, that anxiety that Evan has, and you know, in a way that you only be able to do if you really know this rule. That in terms of other members of the cast, I thought Caitlin Dever was really good as Zoe, and surprisingly, I thought she was really good in her songs as well. And another highlight of the cast for me was Nick Danny, I think that's how you say his name, as Jared. He's not on screen much, but I thought he was very funny. He gets some of the best lines for me. It's just a pity he, as I said, isn't on screen all that often. And yeah, this film, I have a lot of feelings that, yeah, in terms of other issues, some of the editing in places is a little weird. Like during the song Requiem, there's these like kind of iMovie looking fades, which kind of cheapen the emotions of the song a bit, really, because it is a very powerful song. Um, and at times it does occasionally, feel like grown adults, like writing teenagers' dialogue, and feels a bit out of touch. But overall, Dear Evan Hansen, I thought this was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I actually quite enjoyed this a lot, and yeah, it definitely doesn't deserve the hate. It really spoke to me, despite its flaws, and overall, I thought Dear Evan Hansen, I've never seen the original show, but it was a decent adaptation. It's definitely not another Cats. Then again, what actually can be another Cats, let's be real. Overall, I'm going to give Dear Evan Hansen a 7 out of 10. If you're a fan of musicals and you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend seeking it out. If you're looking for a good study of like mental health, mental illness, you'll probably be satisfied with this. Obviously, I can understand why people wouldn't like it. Especially with the whole again Evan faking being friends with the dead kid, which again is kind of wrong morally, and I'm not excusing it. But me personally, I did enjoy this film. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Dear Evan Hansen. Let me know down in the comments, have you seen it? What side of the spectrum do you fall on in terms of opinions? And are you a fan of the original stage show? Let me know all that down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload.